Either going outside, like nature walks, fishing. I love to fish, gets my minds off things. Video games a lot, just helped me like get distracted to think of something else. I've only like went through my friends and family for anything I'm dealing with. I don't think I've ever gotten to the point where I think I need it, but I've looked into it but never actually gone through with it.
There's a stigma of being like, the super strong, masculine man where, men don't cry, you can pick yourself up, you don't have to worry about things like that. But I think a lot of it goes really unaddressed at that point, and it just spirals up and builds up and builds up, where it's just like, I can't handle it anymore because I'm in this world that, there's a lot of people who might not look like me, and we're already treated very differently, and things really affect us differently. And like a lot of the things that aren't really talked about in, mainstream, which kind of leads to this more systemic problems, is like the historical trauma and racial trauma that I face and many African American men usually face in a lot of the world, and it's really not talked about.
It's kind of funny how even though like men who I respect have like been like, you should do this, it's funny how it's still like a battle within me, to like, oh man, I don't want to do this, I don't want to like show that I'm weak.
I'm gonna say like based on a misogynistic society, that a lot of people who have conventional like predispositions to how a man should be prevent themselves from possibly seeking help that they might need. For a lot of men, it's a stigma of a negative thing, but the irony is that that's probably why so many males suffer. And I think that, I'm not 100% positive, but I know that like male suicide rates and things like that are usually higher because of those circumstances. So that's like what I think when I hear male mental health.
Let me know. Okay, perfect.
Like a lot of men in our culture feel this need to be, feel the need to be tough, independent, very educated so they can handle everything on themselves. So I guess the way that I frame that to some of the males that I work with, the male teens that I work with, is that it's okay to feel that way. It's okay to want to be strong and be independent, but also that other side too, that it's okay to be being emotional isn't non-masculine.
Is that all I need to do?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
A lot of them come into therapy and they have no idea what to expect. All they've seen is therapy as it's shown on TV, where it's a bunch of tears, really, really emotional, and sometimes that does happen. But expressing your emotions looks different to everybody, and it's okay to explore what that means for you.
Well, hey man, I'm glad you came in today though, because I think you're a great guy and you've got the skills to deal with this, and I want to help you build on those skills. And I understand that you're angry, and it's okay to be angry, and we can be more than angry, right? We don't have to just be mad all the time. It's okay to feel more than that.
Considering it's like no one's gonna be like, hey, how are you? How are you doing? How are you actually doing? It's like, I wish I could tell them that I was sad.
I don't know if it's because I'm a dude or what, but it's definitely harder for me to figure out what's going on, and then being able to communicate that is tough. And so I think there's definitely just a lot of frustration when I don't know where I'm at, And so I think that's been a barrier as well, is like, I don't know if it's having the tools to kind of work through what's going on in my head or what.
Main things that always comes up first is just, what does your relationship with other men look like? What male figures have been in your life? What have those relationships looked like? What was helpful about those relationships? What kind of rubbed you the wrong way? What was difficult for you? And really just helping them try to frame their own image of what a healthy masculine relationship looks like.
No, it's not stupid. Like, what you're dealing with is real, and it's a real problem that men go through every day. And for you to get help is a really big step towards getting better and what everybody can do to make this place a lot better.
We as human beings, we're not capable of bearing that weight by ourselves. You know, we need that support system around us, and you know, it's okay to reach out for help when you need some extra support.